I saw something last night, and I just wanted to just make a little notice to our listeners that if you go out to grab your car this morning to go to work and it's gone, might have been repoed. Especially if you're like months and months and months behind in your car payments. And the deal is that car repossessions are up significantly because people bought cars at like really expensive prices. The economy is getting whacked with inflation. Costs are up. And people are not making payments, so more cars are getting repoed now. So what would my request be? Guys, you know me for a long time. What would my request be of listeners if I were going to ask for something right now?
Repossession horror stories or waking up to the utter shock of an empty driveway and you have no idea what happened.
All right, listen, you're on the right track.
You're in a panic state until you realize.
Hey, that might be good. Hey, did you go outside and realize that your car's gone? Hey, dude, where's my car? No. My question right now, you're close. Any repo guys listening?
Oh, you're on the other side of it.
Any repo men? Are there any repo women?
I
Of course
imagine.
there are.
Sure, yeah.
Have you ever seen Lizard Lick towing? Wait, she worked the desk. Never mind.
Yeah, listen, I've seen that occasionally. That's the Miami Towing Company, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, those are the
There's a
ones
couple
like
of 'em.
if you go to a nightclub and you park in like the bank parking lot across the street, and they have that sign, you'll be towed if you're not a bank customer. And anyway, all right, here's what I want to do. I have no idea, but this is sort of the time that the repo folks are like wrapping up, right? Because the repo men, they work really in the middle of the night. I would imagine, 2, 3, 4 a.m.? That's probably prime repo time, right?
Yeah, I would think this is late in their day.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
said. I said they're wrapping up. All right, here's what I want to do. We just did the story that repossessions of vehicles are up significantly this year. Are there any repo men listening? And what did you hook up and book up?
Hook and book.
Oh, what did you hook and book overnight? All right. Are there any repo men listening to the show right now? 800-990-1047.
Book and hook is prostitution. So there's a big difference between hook and book.
Yeah, you know what? You're actually right, Roxanne. That's true.
Careful on the flippage. All right. I have no idea if we're going to get any repo folks, but are there any repo men that are listening to the show right now? Love to talk to you. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Fester, is that your cell phone?
No, it's not me.
Who was that?
I don't know.
Who just dinged? Somebody just
Wasn't
dinged.
me.
All right. So if you're in the repo business and you're a repo man, 800-990-1047. Would love to hear from you right now. And if you want to remain anonymous, if you don't want to use your name, if you don't want to mention what repo or towing company you work for, that's fine. But I'd love to talk to a repo person, so we'll see what happens. What were we going to say, Fester? You were about to say something.
No, I mean, you got to figure. I knew of a person who.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on to that thought. You ask and we receive. Hang on a minute. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. I don't see you up on my screener board yet. Do you want to use your name? Yes or no?
Yeah, sure. I don't have a problem. My name is Tony.
All right, Tony.
I'm not a repo man, but this past week I own an auto repair shop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on a customer's car. I finish it. I park it outside my shop, and the repo truck backs up to it. While I'm working, right after I finished it, the repo guy's ready to take off with it. So
how did the repo guy know that the car was at your shop and not at the customer's house?
I believe the cars have GPS in them now.
Yeah.
You know what? I have heard of this, that some of the car dealers, like some of the buy here, pay here places.
Well, no, even the banks are all doing it. The GPS is so easy to put in the car and hide it someplace.
Low
The
jack.
guy's trying to tell me that he was driving by and his license plate reader picked it up, but I don't buy that.
Wow, wait a minute. So your customer's car that was getting repaired was hooked up and yanked right out of your auto repair joint?
Well, they tried. The problem I had was who pays the bill once this guy repos the car? The customer's not going to want to pay.
Oh, first of all, how old was the car getting repaired?
It was a 2014 Lincoln.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, you just perked
I'm
up
sitting in the
Fester over
car.
here. Yeah. So what was wrong with the car? Now, listen, it's an 8-year-old car. What was the repair?
Well, it was just a minor repair. The guy ran over something in the road and bent a couple of brackets under the car. So it wasn't a really big deal to repair.
What was the total bill? How much was the car repair cost?
But that's not the point. The repo man didn't know that.
Yeah, Tony, you're right. Because if I go to your shop to pick my car up and it's repossessed, I'm not paying you your $300 bill.
No, and I'm the one that's got to call the customer and tell him, hey, your car was just repoed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you stop the driver?
Yeah, how did you stop the driver from repoing the vehicle?
I was sitting in the car. Well, I seen him backing up to us, so I jumped in the car. I go, where you going? And I started arguing with him. And he goes, I'm repoing this car. I said, not with me sitting in it, you're not. And then, of course, I called the police, and they came, and they pulled out the statute. And the bottom line is, if you're sitting in the car and the guy doesn't have the car securely fastened to the truck for safe towing, he can't take it if you're sitting in it.
Wow. And then you obviously called the customer and you said, hey, dude or ma'am or whatever, hey, you must be behind in your payments because they just tried to repo your car out of my repair garage.
Well, I called him while I was sitting in the car.
And what did he say?
Well, he had this deal. I mean, it was one of these long, drawn-out deals. He wasn't making the payments because the car just had a major repair at the Lincoln dealership that his warranty was supposed to cover, and he didn't get covered, and he had to pay it out of his pocket. So, of course, he couldn't make the car payment.
None of that involves you.
Wow.
No.
I mean, none of that involves the repair guy.
All right, so the guy came and picked up his repaired 2014 Lincoln. Is that correct?
Right. He basically waited for the police to deal with it. I don't want to get into it with the repo guy. I mean, he was kind of lying the whole time. A typical repo guy. But
What a judger.
they're doing their job, and I wanted to get paid. Like I said, it wasn't so much.
Right. And how much was the repair bill? I'm sorry, did you say?
Yeah, it was $100.
That's not too much. Hey, Tony, thanks.
Where's your shop?
Yeah, what shop do you have?
I own an auto repair shop in Tampa. It's Tony's Auto Repair.
All right, Tony, buddy, thanks for listening.
Creative name.
Yeah, wow.
Tony, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
Took 'em all.
Hold on a minute. Andrew, what do we have now on hold?
Uh-oh.
Do we
We
have
have a repo man on
Oh,
hold.
we have. Yes.
All right, good.
So, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Are you a repo man?
Yes,
Did you just finish work?
I sure did. Just dropped one off at the lot.
Now we're talking. All right. Did you hear what I said earlier in the show that we opened the program with, hey, if your car is missing, if it's not in your driveway, if it's not in your parking spot this morning, that if you're behind in your payments, your car might have been repoed. Now, do you want to use your first name? Oh, Anonymous. I'm looking at the board here. All right. Anonymous is phoning in. Say it again.
We'll just say John.
Okay, John, the anonymous repo guy. All right. Do you notice that repos are up this year?
Quite a bit.
Yep. See, that comports.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, the fact is that people paid a lot of money for vehicles because prices went through the roof, and now people are not being able to keep up with the payments, inflation, all the costs going up. So how many cars did you repo overnight this morning?
Last night, I got 3.
Whoa! You repoed 3 vehicles. All right. What vehicles did you repo? Like which models and what makes?
I got a Chevrolet Tahoe this morning, and then what was the other one? Let me look on the list. The other 2 were a Volkswagen Jetta, and then a Buick LeSabre.
A LeSabre, a Jetta, and a Tahoe. What years were the vehicles?
Oh, God. The Tahoe was 98.
Oh, wow. Man.
What color were they? But MJ, listen, they were all vehicles, but what happens is that it's an older vehicle,
right?
So it's obviously a buy here, pay here lot situation.
Right, buy here, pay here. Wow.
Yes.
So
yes, it's a buy here, pay here lot I work with.
Yep. And they bought there, but they didn't pay. So they had them hooked. All right. Hey, do you call it hook and book?
If you don't pay the note, I'll come get it and snatch it.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. On any of the repos overnight, did any of the owners come out running saying, what the hell are you doing?
We've only had it happen once. But usually we're quiet as a church mouse. Just back the truck up to it, drop the back down, put the skids out, pick it up and scoot it on, and then we go down the road, then strap it down.
Wow, quiet as a church mouse. So you do a preliminary hookup, get it out of the house, out of the out of the driveway, out of the parking lot in front of a condo, get it out, and then you do the subsequent louder hookup a little further down the road?
Yes.
Wow. Hey.
If it is in a fenced area, we cannot get it.
Oh, wow.
So if it's what about what the mechanic said? If somebody's in the vehicle, can you not take it?
No, cannot take it.
So
Wow.
what if somebody's sleeping in their car?
Can't take it.
First, you have to vent it just to make sure, and then you can take your flashlight and look inside to make sure
Yep.
there's no one in it.
Yeah, you got to check the VIN number, make sure you're at the right car. So if someone's in it, you can't take it, but I'm sure you have people where you're hooking up the car, then they try to get into the car while you're hooking it up, and I guess that's too late. Hey, John, the anonymous tow truck guy, thanks for phoning in.
Call back
sir.
anytime.
Hey, anytime, call us back. Look at that.
Oh, man.
3 repos overnight.
See, MJ,
He's
you
busy.
make a big deal about one of your favorite extracurricular activities, doing ride-alongs with police officers. I want to do ride-alongs with repo guys.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
a fun night.
Yeah, that's probably a dangerous night. That might be more dangerous than driving with the cops.